Radio. That's where it all goes down, y'all. That's where it all goes down. All of the magic happens at Real Talk 100 Radio. That's where we are right now. If you are a small business owner, you're welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a big powwow coming up on June 7th at Real Talk 100 Radio. We're inviting all small business owners in the Spring Klein area. You are welcome to come to our powwow. I wish I could put it up here tonight, but I'm not going to do it. Not tonight. I'll let a week go by and start, a couple days go by and start promoting it all over the place. But we want y'all to come on. All business owners in the Spring Klein area. Tom Ball, you're welcome. The Woodlands is a little too far out. Cypress is a little too far out. If you're in Jersey Village, though, if you're in Champions Forest, if you're in Greens Point, even just right around in this circle, right here around the Spring Klein area, you're a small business owner. Tag small business owners to come and check us out June 7th, right here at Real Talk 100 Radio. We're going to have a power hour right here. Tonight. Let's get to it. Thank y'all for joining in. Please share the video. If you're a small business owner, tag other small business owners to this, because tonight we're going to have a powwow with my partner here, Kenneth Wayne. That's the co-host of the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. And Kenneth Wayne, what you got for us tonight, man? What are we going to be discussing tonight?
Oh, man, one lonely beastie I be. All by myself, I don't need nobody.
You done turned into a rapper.
I'm just feeling that Beastie Boys tonight.
Old school.
Yeah. What we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to go into a little bit. We're going to start a series here next couple of weeks. Even if we do have a visitor, we are still going to devote a little time. We're still going to devote a little time in the teaching. I kind of thought about it. I've been away for a little while, so, working. So I kind of had a little time to refrain and think about some things. So we just, I figured we could devote at least 15, 20 minutes of each thing to a little bit of teaching about small businesses, starting businesses. So I figured we'd do it like a series. Each week we talk about, a little something. We start off with starting a business. So what we're going to talk about tonight is deciding what business you want to do, how to go about deciding, and different things like that, LLCs and corporate, the difference between an LLC and a corporation. So we're going to touch a little bit on that. So basically, and give a little bit of our life experiences in business, because both of us have had them. Both of us has failed. Both of us have came back. So I think that's really important. So we're gonna start touching on those bases. And the interviews are good, promoting businesses are good, but we still need to teach a little bit.
Yes, sir. That sounds like a plan. You need to teach, because sometimes what happens is people go into business. I know quite a few of them. We're one of them. You go into business wrong. You go into business backwards. You go into business backwards, all the way backwards. Instead of going forward, you're going backwards. Why are you going backwards? Because you didn't structure it right. And that's what happens to a lot of small business owners. They go into it with no structure. They go into it by not following the game plan. You're supposed to follow your plan step by step by step. And that goes with your credit, your business credit, your personal credit. A lot of people think, I'm just going into business. I'm going into business and I'm going to tough it out.
But just because you
make it. But
a lot of people make that mistake. They think just because they making money, you in business. Just because you making money, you not in business.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
just because you making money, you're not in business. You just making money. You making money as something that you figured you could do, or you got a product out there that somebody needs and you sell it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's not business.
No, sir. It's not business at all. What makes it a business, Ken Wayne?
What makes it a business is, take a look at the businesses that's been around. McDonald's is not going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere.
They're not going nowhere. It don't matter how many people try to sell burgers, they still there.
It's still there.
They're still there. I mean, that's a business. You know, you look at
Well, go ahead, Ken.
look at other, you know, just a business is something that can be sustained, something that can make it through anything. I mean, just because you could be just like a drug dealer. Selling dope is a business until you get busted.
Selling dope is a business until you get busted.
Yeah. Then you get busted, then you go to jail, you get out of jail unless you got to stash somewhere, you got to start from zero.
That's right. That's right.
Then you go to work for somebody else because somebody got to front you something to get back on your feet.
It's the same thing in the business world.
Exactly.
You always need someone that you can go and lean on. You know, if it's the bank, if it's a personal financier, and a lot of us don't have that in place. We don't have a bank in place that we can lean on. We don't have a personal financier that we can lean on. I know a couple, but you got to be in certain circles to have a personal financier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you better be. And you better have one if you're in business. Because them men with the suits and ties come to see you. If you ain't got nobody, ain't got your affairs at all, I guess who's going to jail?
Yeah, you are. I got 2 comments so far. I got Mr. Angel Seguin Garcia, First Priority Search and Recovery. He appreciates all that we do with small businesses. Keep it up, my friends. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. We're doing our best. Angel Seguin Garcia, First Priority Search and Recovery. If you have someone missing in your family, this is the guy to call. This is the guy to call. There's several organizations to call, but these guys actually get out with their boots in the mud and look for look for your family members. Angel, we appreciate what you do also, sir. We appreciate y'all. Go and give First Priority Search and Recovery a follow right now. I don't think they're on Instagram. I know for a fact they're on Facebook. Once again, I'll repeat myself. When you're missing family members, they end up being kidnapped or whatever, human trafficked, anything along those lines, missing for days, whether they're elderly, whether they're a toddler, call First Priority Search and Recovery. Angel Seguin Garcia is the founder and the owner. What's good? What's good? Mr. Tubby the Kid is on here. Tubby the Kid has a radio show, every Thursday night from 10 p.m. to midnight. It's called Lifted Vibes, and it's all about lifting vibes. That's what it's about. He's a local R&B singer here in Houston, Texas. Actually, Conroe is where he lives right now. He's originally out of Huntsville, Texas. Tubby the Kid, thank you for tuning in, brother man. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
If you're watching the video, please share the video in Conroe. Please share the video wherever you are, because we want to uplift small business owners. If you know a small business owner, tag them in the video. Tag them in the video. We want them in the conversation tonight. It's all about my co-host here, Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore, owner of
Lattimore Insurance, Lattimore Claims and Inspections, L&P Preservation, and Craving Cakes.
Lattimore what?
Insurance.
Lattimore Insurance is number 1. Lattimore Insurance, what's the second one?
Lattimore Claims and Inspections.
Lattimore Claims and Inspections, okay?
Yes. L&P Preservation.
L&P Preservations, I can't spell tonight. Inspections is what I spelled.
Yes.
Right there.
That's right.
And Lattimore isn't completely spelled out. Anyway, I'll get it later. And what's the next one? Craving Cakes?
L&P Preservation. Did you get that one?
L&P Preservations is the next company for Mr. Lattimore. And the last one?
My bread and butter, Craving Cakes.
Craving Cakes. What do y'all do with Craving Cakes? Let them know.
Craving Cakes. If you can think it, we can make it and bake it.
Craving Cakes.
Any kind of cake you want, any kind of chocolate you want, specialty, we can do it.
Craving Cakes can be found on Instagram and Facebook, correct?
Yes.
L&P Preservations and Lattimore Claims and Inspections and Lattimore Insurance. Do you have pages for those yet?
No.
Not yet.
That's it.
So, right, how do they contact you if they need any kind of insurance, whether it's house or for their home, their life insurance, whatever insurance they need? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can Look me up on Facebook, Instagram, Kenneth Wayne #1 on Instagram, Kenneth Lattimore on Facebook. And also I can be reached at 979-337-1482.
Again,
979-337-1482.
1482.
Yep.
Got you.
And if I can't insure you, I can get somebody that can.
For insurance, I'm putting a number up for you right now. This is an insurance man. We all need insurance, whether it's for your car, your life, your kids, your home. This is the man to come to, Lattimore Insurance, right there. There's the number right there on the screen. It's 979-337-1482, y'all.
And we're also, for you construction guys out there, we also, right in the next week or two, we will be doing builder's risk. We're going nationwide with the builder's risk. We're going to be in California. We're going to be in New York. We're going to be in Florida. We're going to be anywhere they're doing construction. So we're adding that to our repertoire. That's what we're working on right now, is the builder's risk. And I got a little something coming, but I'm going to hold it for right now. We're starting a new company, me and a couple of other guys. So it's coming. It's in the making. Probably within the next month, we'll bring it out. But right now it's in the building stages. So you can look out for that. It's going to be a one-stop shop. So looking forward to that.
One-stop shop. That's going to be very, 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 very accessible to a lot of people. They like that one-stop, one-shopping.
Yes,
you get everything in one stop. I like the way it sounds. And what's that small business going to be about again?
I can't let the cat out the bag. I can't let the cat out the bag yet. Like I said, it's still in the baby stages, but it is coming. And it's going to be nationwide also. So really, really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to taking it nationwide, hopefully global. So, I just had some time. I had some downtime. My health was in a little bad place for a moment. I just had some time to sit down and put a lot of things together and slow down on some things and pick up on other things. So, hey, sometimes we just need that time to reflect, and your body will let you know when it's time to sit down and use your mind.
It'll shut down, won't it?
Yes, sir, it sure will.
Hold on just a minute, Mr. Kid White. We have a couple more comments again. Tubby the Kid, I know you're accustomed to me not censoring the shows, but this is a censored show. This is a business show. And he said, but people need to know the difference between business. He's going back to what you said earlier. They need to know the difference between business and BS. And he spelled the whole BS out. So, Tubby, we censor ourselves on this show. Not all of them. You wink, 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 wink. You know what I'm talking about. And Tubby also said sometimes business just becomes a liability when you don't go about it correctly.
That's the most important thing, because my mentor told me a long time ago, the first thing that he told me, it's a difference when somebody writing you a check every week or when you got to hustle every week. And if you don't hustle every week, you don't eat.
You don't eat. That's right.
You get sick and you can't go out and make no money. Don't no money come, they cut your lights off.
They cut them off. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. Those lights are coming off, ain't they?
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Love how you coming. Love how you coming. Love how you coming with the comments, because your perspective means a lot to me, man. I mean, let us know about. You've already touched on lights getting cut off if you don't pay the bills. We already know that. Tell them what happens when you pass away, your loved one passes away, and you don't have any insurance. What ends up happening? They already know. But I love the way you verbalize it.
Either they set up a GoFundMe or they sell some barbecue plates.
Right, and that's sad.
One or two, they sell some barbecue plates, so you lay over there in a funeral home for about 3 weeks while they're trying to get the money together.
That's sad, isn't it? We have to do it. And this goes to what this is in relation to what Tubby the Kid said. Sometimes business is just a liability when you don't go about it correctly. And business. It becomes business.
Business is personal.
When you love
It's
one.
always personal. Business is personal.
Yes, sir.
If you don't take care of your personal, you can't take care of your business.
No, sir. No,
So
sir.
I mean, hey, that you know, that's just the way it is. But we're gonna start. We're gonna give them a little something to think about tonight. We're gonna start from ground zero, building a business. I mean, before the foundation is even laid. You know, the thoughts and the process. That's where we're gonna start at tonight.
Okay.
And we're gonna do a little schooling and a little teaching. And maybe if somebody got something to add, they can call in, they can comment. You know, we'll get on that. But it's an open forum tonight.
Okay. Building a business from ground zero is going to be the topic tonight, all night long. Well, not all night long, man. We only got about an hour and a half. But y'all get it. Building a business from ground zero is what we're talking about tonight. Please tag other business owners in the comments and let them know. This is all about business tonight. This is all about encouraging, uplifting, and empowering small business owners. Kenneth Wayne is the star of the show tonight. I'm being the co-host tonight. I'm letting him run it. I'm going to be the co-host tonight. He's running it. Let's go. How do you start a business from ground zero?
First thing is the name. The name of your business. You have to come up with a name of your business. You can kick rocks, you can kick everything around, but the most important thing is the name. And why do I say that? You have to come up with something that catches the eye. You know, everybody wants the name. Oh, I want the name to be my name. I want the business name to be my name because I want everybody to know my business, know it's me. You know, but sometimes that's not always good.
No, sir. Not at all.
Sometimes that's not always good. I mean, so names are very important.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and I've been told by several different people, names are catchy. You look for catchy names. I've even changed my cake business name because I was told, we went to a mentor in the cake game, and I was told that the name was too long. It was too hard to find because the name was too long.
Your name, the business name of Craving Cakes was too long?
It wasn't Craving Cakes before.
Or it wasn't?
No. It was Mickey Sweet Treats.
Mickey Sweet Treats, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all
And
y'all never told me that part.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mickey. You don't remember that?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. When I first started coming on the show, it was Mickey Sweet Treats. And it was just, he said that he looked it up and it was just too hard to find. It was just, you know what I'm saying? You need to come up with something a little bit more flashy, something a little bit more different. So that's what we changed the name. And that's one of the most important things is the name, because you have to be accessible. If you're not accessible, then people can't find you. So how can you make money?
You can't. If you're not accessible, you're not going to make much money at all. Not at all.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I mean that's part one. I mean, is the name. And the second thing is starting a business is you have to look at what you want to do. And it's not always what you like to do. You know, most people want to do what they like to do. You know, but business is what you like to do. But some things that you like to do, like you got people that are, like I say, when you choose a business, you have to look at the market for one thing. You got to look at what's trending, what's not trending, what lasts, what don't last. You know, a lot of people say, I want to own a club. They go out and they buy a building and they buy bottles and they buy furniture and they buy all of this. Well, realistically, look at your club scene. Mm-hmm. Clubs only hot for 6 months.
And then
somebody else comes along with another club and you sitting there on Friday nights and you got 3 people sitting in your club.
And then they blame the promoter.
I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, if you look at it, some clubs are successful, but those are the people with the money.
Right.
Now, if you can bring 50 in there to pop bottles, you're going to have, you got a club. You can bring superstars in there, then you got a club. But starting off, you got to look at, the basics. And it's all about analytics. People don't understand that. Analytics are the main thing. It's about analytics.
That's true.
So the kid says, this is why I talk to my people about being financially literate so much. Self-sufficiency is important to the whole process. He then says, everybody want to be a boss. Everybody wants to be a boss. Everybody wants to boss up without taking the necessary steps to reach the top.
That's true.
That's right.
Hop, skip, jump, success.
So move number 2 was hop, skip, jump, and then success. It doesn't work like that. What was move number 2 first was name your business, right? Number 2 was?
Number 2 is trying to decide what type of business you're gonna do. I mean, and it's things to that. I mean, you just have to figure it out, you know, and I got like 10 different things that I'm gonna touch on to start a business. First of all, when you start a business, what type of funding do you have? Do you have any money? Do you got to borrow any money? Second thing is, how much time do you have to invest in that business? You know what I'm saying? How much time do you have to invest in? Are you going to try to work a job and run a business, which is not going to work?
You either gonna have to choose, or you got to make your job your business, or your business your job.
Yep.
One or the other.
I did it for many years, and trust me, the burnout factor is there.
Yeah.
And what it does is it takes away from your business. Like Tyler Perry said, you got a whole bunch of things going on, you ain't got nothing going on.
Right.
Because you spread thin. You spread a bunch of different ways, and something is lacking.
Yeah.
Something is lacking because you can't devote all your time to one business. Because you spread too thin. You're going 2 different many places. So the kid says you got to do your homework and research to build. Mr. Sherrod Briggs, your comment is blank, sir. Please rewrite it. I don't know if Facebook is hating on you or what. Everybody that's tuned in right now, please share the video worldwide. Please tag other small business owners. We're talking to you tonight, not in a negative light. This is all about empowering, encouraging, and uplifting small business owners. And we want you all to gather right here. The call-in number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You are welcome to comment, like, share, and call in. Call in at 832-560-2885, y'all. Let's talk about business tonight. Kenneth Wayne is leading the charge tonight. The topic is on the screen right now: building a business from ground zero. How do you do it? He's already started out. If you're just not joining in, he's already started out. And the first thing you need to do is name your business. Name your business first. He touched on it right quick, and he said sometimes you name it wrong. You have to name it correctly.
That's right.
Naming it correctly means to what?
It means
something that pops.
Something that pops. Something that catches the eye. Something that keeps you competitive.
Something marketable.
That's right.
Number 2 was try to decide what kind of business you're going to open. Why is that important?
Because when you start a business, you put your money and your time into it. And you want longevity.
That's right.
That's what you're looking at. A lot of people make this mistake, and they start a business and they never look down the road. But you have to look down the road, around the curve and down the hill, and back up the other side of the hill. Because if you can't negotiate that turn, guess where you're going? Off the road. The business didn't last long at all because you didn't look at longevity.
Right.
And I mean, you have to look at longevity. You can't look at fast. Only way you look at fast when you want to open a business is that's a second business. And it's to gain extra revenue to build a platform. But your platform business has to have longevity. Or you wasted time, you wasted money, and you start from zero again.
You need to plan to be in the game for years and years to come.
If you don't start one. A lot of us don't. A lot of us start businesses because we, like I don't know if you remember 5 Link. You remember back when they was doing 5 Link real heavy? And everybody was like, yeah, and if you go get your 10 people and then 10 people go give you 10 more people and you gonna get rich. rich, I tell you. And they gonna tell their friends, and we really thought that was business building. But we have to know the difference between focusing on what our my business started with what I was passionate about, what I wanted to do, and what I wanted to see a change in the world happen. Being a plus size woman, I wanted to see a change in how people bought clothes, how people shop for clothes, how women and men shop for clothes. So I've also gone on the limb, will be to launch a mail line because it's just as hard for us to dress as it is for you guys. But I had to find my niche. If I had just opened up a big old boutique full of all kind of stuff, that gets crazy. Oh, well, let me no, I wanted to specialize in something. I wanted to have something that I solely focused on, so that women and men could be confident about this is where I'm coming to get this. When I open plus size bridal, plus size people start coming. I'm talking about plus. I'm talking about plus. Plus.
What are your minds at the end?
I'm telling you, hey, I'm trying to. What no minus? They were just plussing. It was just a bunch of plus.
Hold your breath on that note. I want to introduce you to who's speaking right now. This is the owner of Plus Size Bridal. This is her information on the screen right here. Plus Size Bridal is her the name of her business. Her name is Lady K on Instagram and Facebook. Plus Size Bridal is made for who?
It's made for the plus size woman who is frazzled, who has looked all over the city, who has been completely mistreated inside of these different types of stores. I have only been open officially since April 1st, and I have already began hearing horror stories from women who, like myself, who I have my own, but to hear other women that are like, man, I went to this place and I just never, could find what I wanted. And on top of that, they were so disgusting. Like, oh, like you're not, as a big woman, supposed to have a dress or be, beautiful on your day. Like they want us to settle. You know what I mean? And I'm like, my man didn't settle for me just because I'm fat. He liked me. And I want to like and love my dress, like he feel about me. I want to feel like that about my dress. But they would put a moo on you and be like, well, at least it fits. No, I don't want this. I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel sexy. I want to feel like a goddess on my day. And that's what made me really, really push hard, to like, I don't just do bridal, I do formal as well. So prom overtook me. I have a prom baby coming tomorrow. They didn't even have prom dresses for 3X, 4X, and 5X young ladies. So they have been coming. Like, I'm like, oh my God. So just trying to keep up with just the simplicity of just the stock. Woo.
So when you came up with Plus Size Bridal, are you, according to what he's already told us, did you set it up the way he said? He's already said the best way to set up a small business is to follow some certain rules when you are building it from the ground up.
That's right.
Did you, first of all, name the business so it would pop? Second of all, did you decide what business you were going to open? Obviously, Plus Size Bridal, and why?
Absolutely.
Did you think about funding? Did you think about how much time you're going to be able to devote to it? Did you think about these things so far that Mr. Kenneth Wayne has brought up?
I'm actually sitting next to him learning quite a bit because I feel like I did not look enough into the funding side as much as I looked into the name, what I was representing, what I'm selling, and things like that. So in turn, I kind of left myself open for, the first year jitters and struggles that most, new businesses are into because I didn't have the fallback. Or I had one and then it just, I didn't have my options open when it came down to how I would be financially building my company and things like that. So I knew that if I could work at Walmart through Christmas, I can at best give my business 8 to 12 to 16, 24, 25, 8 because it's my business. It's not Walmart $7.25 that they can give me because in an hour of my time, I can make $1,000. Exactly. I can make a check that and like I was listening to Tubby, I'm always forever educating our people about the mindset of business first, because if you don't get your mind right, you can have all the money in the world. And I've watched people with plenty of money blow through it because they didn't have somebody to be like, hey, you don't need that right now. Don't buy the Lamborghinis yet. get to your next year. Oh, don't buy this big old oven stove you ain't never gonna use. Hey, don't do that yet. Wait till you get over here. Stay in your apartment for another year till you get your equity in it, and then go buy you a house. So go find them a foreclosed house. They don't have friends that hold them accountable financially. So we in time get lost like that.
That's where my next thing comes in. Well, one of the subjects I'm gonna touch on tonight also is you gotta have a financial advisor. If you don't have a financial advisor, buddy, you in trouble. And I got one of those. I got one of those. You got to have somebody, because this is the next thing that I'm gonna touch on. You name that business, you think of that business, you think about what you're gonna do, you start setting that business up. The next thing is, are you gonna be a sole proprietorship? Are you gonna be an LLC? Are you going to be a corporation? What are you gonna be? And we're gonna touch on those briefly. I mean, because people say, I want a business. You can go open up a business, but if your paperwork ain't straight, guess what? You're in trouble.
In trouble.
You're in trouble.
In the long
You're in
run.
trouble.
Yes, sir.
You open yourself up for some trouble, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people say, oh, I got a tax ID number. What that mean? You got a tax ID number. All that means is you just put yourself on the radar for the IRS. That's what you just do.
Sooner than you need to.
Taxable income.
Mm.
They're gonna be looking for.
That's right.
Thank you, Anthony Jackson, for tuning in. Thank you, Toby the Kid, for tuning in. Thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all share the video worldwide. This is Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore speaking right now. The topic is how to start a business from the ground up. Sorry, I had a brain fart right there. How to start a business from the ground up. He's giving you the guidelines to follow when you're opening your own business. A lot of people think you can just start a business. Oh, I'm tough. I got mental fortitude. I'm gonna grinder. I'm a grinder, and I can make it work.
Man, I sold dope. I sold dope. I can run a business.
No, that is not the same. That doesn't mean you got the hustle. Right? Sit down, man. You ain't do no paperwork. You ain't keep up with yourself.
It's more than that.
If you did, you go to prison.
You ain't playing about the law, brother.
Yeah,
You ain't
you see in the movie when they come to the house, they take the book. Okay, I got the book. He sold 40 on weed and he sold 60 on that.
Right. I have two comments and then I'll give the microphone back to you. Tubby's bouncing off what y'all said. He said the vision is nothing without execution. The vision is just a spark without execution, is what he said. And Mr. Anthony Jackson said, can he chime in? Yes, sir, you most certainly can. You can either call in at the number that's scrolling below you, below the screen at the bottom down there, 832-560-2885, or you can chime in right here on the live feed. Everybody, please share the feed all over the world. If you're listening to us at Real Talk 100 Radio on our website, thank y'all for tuning in on our Live 365. Thank you so much, Live 365, for what you do for us. But Anthony Jackson, yes, sir, you can chime in. This show, once again, is about how to build a business from the ground up. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna school everybody a little bit briefly. I'm gonna spend about 3 minutes on this.
All right.
The difference between an LLC and a sole proprietorship. An LLC takes you off the hook of any personal liabilities. And debts and business debts. So basically what it does, it protects you personally from anything that happens with your business. And a lot of us, once again, I got businesses that I don't have an LLC for because I didn't have the money like to start an LLC. It was just easy to go get a tax ID and get a sole proprietorship and move on.
Right.
But guess what? When that business go down the drain and you owe Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you got a sole proprietorship, you open yourself up for the liability. They can take your house, they can take your car, they can take your bank account, they can take whatever they want. So just because you got a tax ID and you think you good because you got a business and I got a tax ID, okay, you set it up as a sole proprietorship. Well, it costs you to get an LLC. It's not free. And that's one thing that people don't look into. I think it's what, about $300 set up an LLC?
Yes, it
$350,
is.
$400?
Yep. A good one is 400. I tell anybody, if you don't know what you're doing, get somebody to do it for you. Don't get up there and mess up that stuff. Because that is the difference between you being covered and you being able to be sued by any and everybody. Like he was saying, you need that cushion. As businesses, small businesses, we gotta have that legal cushion.
Yep, you have to. I mean, because these days, look how they walk in Walmart and slip and fall.
Right. I will walk in Walmart and slip and fall. Do you understand me? I do it, let some water be on the floor.
I've been thinking about it myself.
I'm telling you, I was coming to tell you about don't slip, brother. Listen, I'm just gonna happen to be there. Ow! Oh, Mr. Sir, you look injured.
And then we got corporations. And corporations, a LLC is basically for you, and if you have a partner, you can do that. But a corporation has shareholders, a lot of different people. So that's the difference between sole proprietorship is just you. LLC can be you and or some partners and a corporation. But then we come down to breaking it down to the tax bracket. Okay. And I did some research and I didn't understand what it was. I was like, oh, I'm gonna name myself a corporation. Okay, well, when you go sign that paperwork for a corporation, you pay double taxes. I don't know if people knew that or not. You pay double taxes.
Ouch.
You pay double taxes.
Ouch. I don't want double taxes. I don't want no taxes. We have to pay some, but double taxes, that hurts.
And you have to pay double taxes
Mhm.
as a corporation.
So you have to be in a certain bracket if you plan on paying double taxes. Correct?
You sign that paper and say you're a corporation, you're gonna pay double taxes on any day. If you sell $1, you're gonna pay double taxes.
Oh.
No, I'm saying you have to be financial. You have to know already.
You better
Okay,
know.
I need to be earning X amount of dollars
You better know.
before I file as a corporation.
That's right, you better know.
Yes. Okay.
You better know when you grow and you get big and you go get a warehouse and you say, oh, I'm corporate now. Yeah, you think you corporate
Better be making the money.
to the end of the year.
Corporate money.
To the end of the year.
Yes, sir.
So does that affect the employment part of the corporation part? Like let's say you have an LLC. What differs when you're hiring employees with the LLC or hiring employees under a corporation?
It really doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with the employees or anything like that. It's just where you're going to go with it. And corporate has shareholders. So that's what separates you from the LLC because it's shareholders. It's nothing with the employees. I mean, employees don't put you in a different tax bracket. The money you make put you in a different tax bracket.
Because you know, I'm asking because you know how Brookshire Brothers started. You remember how Brookshire Brothers started? They were brother owned, and then the employees purchased Brookshire's. So they in turn turned it into a corporation.
So they have shareholders.
Yeah. But they started as like a small LLC. So is that what is the process of changing from an LLC over to a corporation?
You start to take shareholders.
Okay. So
they start putting in basically what a shareholder is. They're putting in to the business. They're putting in a percentage back into the business.
Okay.
And
great question.
Yeah.
Great question. I got a little toy I want to play with on that question right quick. Great question.
Thank you.
Great question.
Thank you.
Should be y'all week.
I
And I mean, and that's where it comes in at. You have to have somebody with financial literacy. You have to have somebody with financial literacy. I mean, I got a lady that handles everything. You know, if I need check stubs, I pick up the phone and call her because she has all my business dealings. You know, my taxes. You got to have that. I mean, because when they come to see you, they coming to see you. And there ain't no getting ready when they come to see you. You better be ready.
Yep, all paperwork in hand.
Yep. Yeah, they don't give you a chance to, okay, I'll bring it tomorrow. No, sir.
You better have it right then and there. Yeah. Financial literacy, that goes along with what Toby the Kid said earlier. This is why I talk to my people about being financially literate so much. Self-sufficiency is important to the whole process of running a business.
But I think self-sufficiency in the Black community is a two-edged sword. It's the reason why we feel like we can raise the kids by ourselves. It's the reason why we feel like we can, never mind, don't worry about it, I do it myself kind of attitude about things. Because ultimately a business is not self-sufficient. It's run, it takes a team. A successful business needs a team. If you actually made a business work by yourself, most of the time those are online businesses or businesses that are quick dollar. But an actual brick and mortar building it business, you need somebody, like you were saying, you need a financial advisor. You need a secretary or somebody who's going to keep up with your things, because while you're doing the physical work, I'm learning right now with building, through building plus size partner. Like, if you don't have somebody else that can take the paperwork, because at the end of the day, I'm there sometimes at 12 o'clock at night, because you gotta have those sales in order. If I had a busy day, even if people like, oh, it's just $300-400.
Well, you ain't busy yet. 12.
Yeah, I ain't busy yet. I'm getting there.
Wait till the 3:30 and 4 in the morning come, and you got to be back up at 8.
They have happened too. When I did my first inventory count, it was like 5 o'clock. I went to sleep and was back up at 8:30. Just me. I definitely know the run of the deal. Like, man, you gotta have that extra person. You gotta have somebody who can hold down the administration part of your business, because trying to do it all, I watched my parents go crazy trying to do it even before now. Like, since I was a kid, they've been in the restaurant business. And when I watched them try to do it themselves, I seen them be stolen from. I've seen them miss details. I've seen them not be able to pay certain people because they didn't have everything in front of them. And that's very, very important when you're buying inventory and all those kind of things. You have to have somebody that's in front of it that can see it from the outside in. Because your brain going. I'm telling you, it's going to be going a million miles an hour.
I tell everybody all the time, everybody, when you're building a team, you need to think of some of the winning teams of our generation. You have Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. You have the New England Patriots. You have the Chicago Bulls. You have the Los Angeles Lakers. Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, Tom Brady. All these people can't win without what?
They need their team.
The supporting cast.
That's right.
The supporting cast.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be the superstar.
No.
But that's the problem that you run into now with business. Everybody wants to be the superstar. And with her church on, like she said, a team. I mean, you have to regulate details.
Yeah.
You cannot do it all by yourself. You cannot. I mean, I tried it. Could I do it? Nope, I couldn't do it. I had to restart. I had to back up.
Listen,
I mean, and the thing about it is, I'm gonna touch on this. Everybody wants the money.
Oh, Lord.
And it's not about the money. When you start a business, if you're making money off the bat, you might as well get ready, because the cliff is in your for future. It's there. I mean, if you start off making money hand and foot,
yeah,
you can't sustain it. You cannot. If you're not building it, if it doesn't build slow and it starts fast, you're in trouble.
Yeah, because you're gonna do one or two things. You're either gonna burn out, or you're gonna hurry up and you're gonna have to try to hurry up.
You're gonna start making shortcuts. Shortcuts.
Ooh,
you start taking shortcuts.
Business stuff like that every time.
Then your book's not right, your paperwork not right, because you're focusing on the money. And that's one thing with starting a business. You have to sit down and realize you cannot just focus. A lot of people start businesses and do things to make money.
Yeah.
And we all do it to make money. But being a business owner, being around a lot of people that's had a lot of money, that's got a lot of money, you don't get rich off of doing one thing.
No.
Never seen it.
No.
Never seen it.
Multiple streams of income.
Never seen it.
Is what's needed to get rich and wealthy.
So if you think you're gonna put all of your eggs in one basket, I'm gonna go sell half and get me a billion.
There's a couple of them did it though.
Yeah, but they had to maneuver.
Oh, they were definitely doing some finessing. Oh yeah.
You had to take alternate routes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was your foundation. But like McDonald's, back to McDonald's, you gotta take alternate routes. They created the Big Mac.
Yeah.
But then they had to get chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Kids meals in the box, something different. You right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Find your gimmick.
And something a lot of people don't know about McDonald's, they took that Big Mac, they took that quarter pound of cheese, they took that big fish, they took them nuggets, and a lot of people think that's where they make most of their money. And they don't. They make most of their money at McDonald's via real estate. Did you know that?
yes, they invested.
They invested. They take your quarter pounder with cheese. That's how I've been eating quarter pounder with cheese since I was about 6. That's all I want when I go to McDonald's. They take all my quarter pounder with cheese and fries, and they go and buy real estate.
They have apartment complexes, other restaurants. They
That's
fund.
right.
They have the scholarships that they fund. So millions of people also donate to run the McDonald's Fund. So they have so many ways. I think one of the biggest things that I think I heard, what's my boy name? Steve Harvey. He said, how you get to $1 million. You don't go 0 a million. He said, no. He said, you get something that's like $10. You set it 10 times and you get $100. He said, whatever you need to get that $10 100 times, do it 100 more times so you can get $1,000. And he said, just build it from there, because that's literally how I watched my uncle build his lawn business into a multi-million-dollar business. It started with the push mower. He know that if he do 10 yards a day at $10 to $20, and this was back then, you remember back then you could just get your yard mowed for $10, $15, $20 a day, $50 for your front and your back used to be. Nowadays they didn't know they doggone mind. But he knew that if I do 10 yards a day, then I make $100 a day. That $100 a day, I need to do that 100 more days. That's 100 more times. You know what I'm saying? So now every 100 days, he got another 1,000, another 1,000, another 1,000. But he would start to set his side bigger and bigger. Then he starts to add to his crew. So now he's dropping 10, 15 bands a week, 10, 15 bands a month. It started as just one at a time. One at a time. That's what I try to tell you. Yeah. One at a time. I mean, it's not going to do.
It don't happen overnight.
It's not going to happen. Nothing that lasts long. You know
what
I'm saying? Like,
you right.
It's coming. If you running too fast, it's coming. The end is coming. You got to make sure you take your time. It's even... Business is almost like any kind of relationship that you get in. If you can't start something off of some, random person, just hop, skip, jump, flying off the mountain, jumping off the cliff, riding, that's gonna run out. It's gonna burn out fast.
If you take her home from the club and you marry her next week.
Yeah. Don't do it.
She ain't gonna be there. She ain't gonna be there 3 months from now.
Don't do it, brother.
Then you finally realize she using your toothbrush.
You done got mad next week. You ain't check the hardware, brother.
Wait a minute. I don't know nothing about you.
I'm telling you. What's your last name again?
You wake up in the morning and the wig go.
Man, look.
She's bald head.
I watched paternity court. This man came to paternity court talking about me and Peaches. Peaches? This woman got a name. You don't know her name. Well, I ain't know her name at the time, but it's 20 years later. That might be your kid. You still in court talking about Peaches. Who is Peaches' father? Yeah. But you got to know your business. That's why I think my friend's podcast, Mind Your Business. Shout out to you. It's called Mind Your Business, because your mind has to be on your business. Like, I had to put the blinders on the other stuff going on. Like, I am my own personal business. So I had to start getting to a place where I take care of me, because I'm the business. Me.
That's right.
Lady K is a business. Plus Size Rival is a business. The Bigger Picture Plus Size Fashion House are all businesses that are run and operated by Lady K. Like, she got to be on point. So take care of yourself. Health as well. So not just on the physicality side, but take care of your health, because if you fall apart, so does your business. Nobody got your back but you. You are your biggest
I can adjust to that.
fan, you know what I'm saying? I got sick this week, and I had somebody who she didn't care that it was storming. She didn't care that my chest was flamed up this weekend. She didn't care nothing about that. Did you get this contract signed? Have you sent this back to me? No human. They don't give a care. It don't care about your human issues. So take care of yourself. You gotta be on point. You gotta take care of yourself, your health. Don't forget yourself. So it's so easy for, like he was saying, the LLCs and corporations and things like that to get certain insurances for yourself and cover your business health wise too.
Yep.
So don't forget your health. Health is your wealth. If you fall apart, your business eventually gonna fall apart, because if something happens to you, if your inheritors aren't old enough to be able to take over your business, like I have an 11 and a 6-year-old, they can't run no bridal. They can't run no bridal.
They're not gonna do it.
You know what I'm
They don't
saying?
have an interest in it.
You get what I'm saying? So my paperwork is in order on a whole other level, because my business needs to fold back into itself and be able to fund my kids at some point. Even if it can't do it now, there are holes and there are different things that are in place so that eventually, if you do decide, because my baby Lisa might do it. Then Lisa might do it. My oldest daughter, I don't see her. She ain't trying to be frilly. She don't like pink. I tried to buy her a tutu. She looked at me like I had bought her a pound of acid or something, poured it on her hand. She was looking at me like her nose turned out like fluffy stuff. So you gotta just put in place that your first priority is you. Like, you are your priority. You are your business. So make sure that you take care of yourself. We want you to be big and strong, like Mr. Kenny here. Big and strong. He's strong. He feel like a man.
We all fall.
He said we all even ragged.
We all fall down.
I'm told Malcolm now I'm gonna start a protest if you don't get a bigger stool. I'm
Malcolm, we need a plus size stool in here.
a
business for you to start plus size.
Tyranny. The tyranny. I need a big old stool. I'm hanging off. I'm hanging off.
Speaking of plus size stools,
You know what I told you last time? That food falling off the side of the
It's falling. Ain't nobody got a bowl over here, nothing. It's just hanging off. Slab of brisket.
Speaking of plus size stools, y'all, I want you to know who's talking right now, and I'm gonna put one of Mr. Lattimore's businesses up to the lady speaking right now. This is her business right now. If you are a big, beautiful woman, a BBW, if you're a plus size, you're a model, and you're always looking for plus size dresses, plus size clothing, boom, this is the owner of Plus Size Bridal. You can find Plus Size Bridal on Instagram and Facebook. That is the website down below. Click to the website and see what she's got going on. She's all about plus size. She's all about being big and beautiful. She's proud of it. Secondly, the second person that's sitting in front of you right now, they make all kinds of delicious cakes. If you're looking for big, beautiful cakes for your weddings, Ken Wayne, tell them what kind of cake this is right here, sir.
That is a baby shower cake.
Baby shower?
Yeah, see the milk bottle in it. And we do all types of cake, but as I said, what we did was we started out wrong. We started out with something that was making money. Oh, okay, we can make money. We can make money. So guess what? My wife was in the kitchen making 6 and 7 cakes a week for $200.
Oh God.
6 or 7 cakes for $200.
A piece?
No.
Oh.
Total. Yeah, she was working herself to death. So tell them how y'all restructured the business.
We looked at a guy.
They restructured and got.
We looked at a guy that was in Maryland, and he realized the talent, so they started to coerce. So I said, well, let's take full advantage of this. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's making cakes for 50 cents for POW-WOW and different stuff like that. So I said, well, if he can do it, then we can do it. My motto is, that's what I teach all my kids. If somebody else can do it, you can do it.
Period.
I mean, because it's been done. There's nothing that has not been done.
Period.
So we reached out to him. And the first thing he said was, you have to brand yourself. You have to put yourself in a position to where you stand for something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He said, because if you're making 6 cakes for $200, you're killing yourself.
Bro, what you mean? Oh my God.
He said you have to categorize yourself. So if you're making 6 cakes for $200, that means you compete with all the other bakers.
Mhm.
All the other bakers, you competing with them.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, scratching my head. Yeah, you're right. Because she had been complaining to me about it. And I was like, no, we don't get this money.
Not
And then he says, just think about it. If you set yourself in a certain category, then you separate yourself from the others. And I was like, what you mean by that? He said, so would you rather spend 4 hours making a $200 cake than spend 12 hours making 6 cakes to make
Right.
$200?
exactly.
He said, I said, man, if I do that, then I'm not going to have no customers. He said, He said,
What did he say again?
he said, Nope. He said, because
Oh,
guess what?
God.
He said, guess what he said? He said, if you start making $200 cakes, you get different customers.
Period.
You get a different brand of customers. Now I ain't got to fight.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Now I don't have to fight with these people about paying.
No.
Because if you make a $25 cake for somebody, they're gonna figure it should cost $15.
Trash.
You make a $150 cake, they're gonna take that $150 cake and pay for it. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And guess what? All of my business started to fall off. And I was like, this dude that told me this now, I lost my business. But then the orders started coming. And it was different people. I didn't have to argue with people about paying. About paying a deposit. I didn't have to argue with people
Look at
about
that.
that. Yeah. I mean,
This is a cake by the owner. This is a speaker
I
right
need
here.
this plate.
Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore is the owner of Craving Cakes. This is one of their cakes right here. This is a wedding cake. I had a picture of one that was made for a baby shower up here a minute ago. I'll try to retrieve it. But I just want to update y'all on what we're talking about right now. We're also sitting here with the owner of Plus Size Bridal, exclusive bridal wear for big, beautiful women, plus size brides to be and more. Go to the website right there at the bottom. Right now, we're talking about cakes. And he started out his business wrong, and that's what subject we're talking about right now. You started your business out wrong, Mr. Lattimore, because you started making small cakes that are the less expensive cakes. And your financial advisor told you to start making cakes like this.
well, another guy that was making cakes, a mentor. And we just, and that's what you have to do when you start a business. Somebody that's doing what you're doing, you have to reach out.
Lisa says they're delicious.
Woo, Lord.
You have to reach out.
Yeah.
You have to reach out from that chair.
all that cushion like that, that's not him.
She had to
I ain't
shift.
there. I got a second ass tab. Went to sleep.
So I mean, when you start a business, you have to do your research. You have to, and one thing you have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Mhm.
Somebody has to be able to tell you something. If they can't tell you something, you're gonna achieve nothing.
Mhm.
I mean, because they don't ask, your worst critic is your best critic. Because they're gonna let you know what you need to do.
Mhm.
I'm laughing at Tubby. I could keep talking, but he said, do you make a cake big enough to jump out of?
Hey, Tubby! Hey,
We can get you there. We can make a house party cake. You know when a big girl come out the cake on a house party?
Yeah, we need one of them. I need that by January 13th. That's how I'm coming into the CLT fashion show. I'm busting out of a cake. Thank you, Tubby. Thank you, Tubby. I'm a boo. Oh, you did it. You.
No, we gotta shoot them up on that.
Oh, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
You want to shoot Tubby?
We gotta shoot them up on that one.
Tubby, they want me to shoot that Tubby the kid. They want me to shoot you, man. I'm sorry. Duck, Tubby, duck, duck.
Shotgun black.
my runway though, I do have me on my get on my
We
runway.
got all those big boys. We got a lot of push.
I want you on there. I'm telling you, man. We
Like the
barely
Peel
got
Bear Dope Boy. You push me in my belly, I go,
Oh man.
Tubby, thank you for chiming in. We're talking right now about starting a business wrong.
Yep.
Tell them right quick, just to rehash, how did you start your business wrong? By making the less expensive cakes instead of the more expensive cakes. Why was that wrong way to start your business?
well, first of all, you have to solidify yourself, who you are. I had no identity.
Yeah.
And if you have no identity, then, what can you do? You have to have an identity. So you have to solidify yourself in what you're doing. If you start a business and you got 9 other people doing it, and everybody doing the same thing,
Yeah.
guess what? It don't work.
It don't.
It don't work. I mean, so you have to solidify yourself. What makes you different? And I preach that at home all the time. What can I do? You never got to get complacent. You never can stop thinking. You have to keep it moving. I mean, that's what we talked about. You got to look down the road. You got to keep it moving, because if you stand still, they're going to catch you.
They gonna catch you every time.
They're going to catch you. And I mean, that's one thing, I had to tell my wife was like, everybody baking cakes now. Everybody baking cakes now. I said, yeah, but what solidifies us from the other people?
Y'all's probably taste better. I would like to hope that y'all's taste better. It looks beautiful. I'm in the cake industry. I do not get,
you have to sit down and look and figure out what solidifies you from everybody else. What makes you different? What the extra step? That's why I say about the name. What catches you? And that's what he told me. That's the next thing he told me. Your name. Your name is too long. I took your name and I typed your name in Google, and I got 5 different people with the same name. So what makes you different? So I came up with Craving Cakes. Craving Cake starts with a K and ends with a Z. Different. So there's no reason why you say you can't find me. You know what I'm saying? And he said that catches the eye. Okay, you got this big old K in Craving, and then you got cakes, and people see cakes, and it's got a Z on the end instead of an S.
Separates you right off the bat.
It separates me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that catches the eye of people saying, oh, that's a unique name. Let me see what they got to offer, because they're unique. You're separated from the rest. And I mean, so that's what you have to look at when starting a business. That's what you got to do. I mean, you have to put your time and effort into it. If you don't put time and effort into it, you just stand stagnant. And that you can't do. Some people grow complacent with what they're doing, but guess what? There's always somebody out there thinking it. With these youngsters these days, you're in trouble, because they can do it easier and faster than you can.
Yes, yes. This cake on the screen, you recall what that was made for? Was that a wedding and they were Mickey Mouse fans?
Birthday cake.
Birthday cake?
Yeah, okay. Mickey Mouse birthday cake.
Okay. Awesome. Somebody can always do it better and faster than you can, so you got to keep it moving, right?
I mean, yeah, you go in Walmart and you see them in there decorating cakes, and them young girls can decorate them cakes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can decorate, but then when you get it home and cut it, right, you just got a frozen Walmart cake, but it's decorated nice and pretty, but you just got a frozen Walmart cake. I mean, and then another thing, and I'm gonna touch briefly on this, and it's something that I hate to do, and our people. One thing that they must realize, and this is what I catch the most flack for, and it is something was wrong with my cake. It's not right. But you will walk in the bakery down the street. When you walk in there and they show you that cake, and you walk outside and you fall on the sidewalk and you smash that cake, that's your cake. You're not gonna go back in there and tell them folks y'all owe me or I want my money back.
Nope,
Mm-mm.
you wouldn't dare.
I don't know, I might. If it wasn't for this heavy cake, I would have tripped and fell. I just want you to be
You know they
able to
gonna
give me back.
Yeah, but see what they do is that, and that comes another thing about having your paperwork in on. Because they make you sign that disclosure when you pay that deposit.
When you walk out that door, you done. It's your
It's
cake.
yours.
It's your cake.
It's yours.
Buy another one. I might give you a discount.
And this is what a lot of people make the mistake. And I hate this and I hate this and it's coming and it's coming and I know it's coming. Is they'll buy a big cake. And I say, we will deliver for a fee. Oh no, I'm not paying, I'll pick it up. Then they send somebody else to pick it up.
Oh God.
And guess what? When they get that cake back to where they going, they stopped at the 7-Eleven. They stopped at the outlet mall to get a pair of shoes. Well, guess what? It's hot. When you left here, that cake was perfectly fine.
Now it's hot and melting in the car.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Take,
Take a quick break and tell someone how they would order one of these delicious cakes.
Craving Cakes on Instagram. Craving Cakes on Facebook. Craving Cakes 1 on Instagram. I think that's what it is.
Craving Cakes is spelled Kraving, and Cakes is spelled Cakez. It's got a very, very unique spelling. Find Craving Cakes on Instagram and Facebook. I'm putting it up on the screen right now for those of you who are watching our live feeds. Craving Cakes. These are the beautiful cakes that you see on the screen right now. I went through all of them. He makes cakes. Him and his beautiful wife makes cakes for all kinds of different events. This one right here was a baby shower. This one was a wedding. This one was a wedding. This one was a birthday cake. And this one was a wedding. They make all kinds of cakes. We don't have time tonight to put all 1,000 cakes that they have on their page. But if you go to Craving Cakes on Facebook right now, you'll find them all. This is a Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, where every Tuesday we try to get together and empower, uplift, and encourage small business owners. Tonight we're talking about building a business from the ground up. That's the topic, in case you're wondering. Number 2, we're highlighting Mr. Kenneth Lattimore, the owner of Craving Cakes. We're highlighting his small businesses and how he started out wrong in some of them, started out right in others. We're also highlighting the other small business owner who's sitting here. She's all about plus size brides to be and plus size women, period.
yes.
Her business is Plus Size Bridal Boutique, and it can be found on Facebook and Instagram. Lady K, right quick before we hand the microphone back to Mr. Kenneth Wayne, what is Plus Size Bridal all about? They've already summarized it, or is it more to it?
I mean, you pretty much got it. We are an all-inclusive bridal shop. We can do everything from wedding planning to U-Hauls. Moving in together is part of the movement. We're connected to real estate agents, cake makers, caterers. We're looking for more designers. I just got the phone a couple of weeks ago with Jay Alexander, one of the largest African American wedding dressmakers in the country, really almost in the world. I wanted something that's different, that's out of the box, that we could have for larger women. Like, I don't feel like we should be able to take the limitations of what we like and what we want off the table. We are linked in with jewelers. We have shoes. We have again, we'll be launching menwear coming up in next month or so. Like, we want to let people know that we have everything that's anything. Even if you are smaller, if you're small people who are curvaceous, you guys are just as hard to fit. You guys come see me. I have things for vacation wear. I have things for swimwear. I teach. I'm Chunky Larger Than Life. I'm also the CEO of Chunky Larger Than Life. My show is coming up in January 13th, 2024, and it's going to be, of course, as y'all know, bigger and better than ever. So I am looking for models, both male and female. So you can follow me on Instagram at Plus Size Bridal or at Chunky LTL 2022 on Instagram, or just follow me, K Jones, Kaye Jones on Facebook, or my Plus Size Bridal Boutique page. I'm often having sales. I'll go live from time to time so that you guys can shop with me, see what we have going on. And as always, I tell you ladies, come try it on, because you never know what you're gonna like about what you're looking at until you see it on your body. Don't be afraid, and don't be naive. Please try it on. You don't knock it till you try it. I'm Lady K.
Thank you.
DJ Josie. Tick, 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 tick.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Lady K. I just wanted to make sure you got a little shine tonight too, y'all. We got about 23 minutes left in the show, and tonight it's all about Kenneth Wayne's topic is how to build a business from the ground up. He's giving small business owners pointers on how to build a business from the ground up. We've already touched on a few topics. Before I get to those, we've already touched on a few pointers to small business owners. If you know a small business owner, please tag them to this live video, because once again, Kenneth Wayne is teaching small business owners how to start a business from the ground up. He's talked about LLCs, the differences between corporations, LLCs, and sole proprietorships. He's talked about the differences and the taxes that you might pay. Some are double tax, some are not. He's taught some of the pointers that small businesses don't even think about when they're starting small business owners. Let me get to these comments, and then I'll give the microphone back to Kenneth Wayne. Tubby the Kid says he needs, they call me Reese's Pieces on the stage, so I need something to go along with my theme.
Say less.
Craving Cakes. Craving Cakes, you got
Got
something?
you. Reese's Pieces.
Go with his name.
Yeah, I'm the man with the green suit.
Hey, okay. Listen, just give me my slice.
He also said, I'm going to follow Craving Cakes right now. Last but not least, he said, sounds like you need me to combine my services with your bridal packages.
Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Please.
Stripper man.
You know, I was about to ask, so it's like a stripper, a sole proprietorship, or she like an LLC? Does she need to cover her body as a business, like a stripper business?
They do. Yes, it is.
Okay,
You make
see,
it
I
money.
told y'all can strip. I don't be a stripper. I'm a little late.
Stripper man. That's what she said on Professor Club.
Well, I heard the
Stripper
business.
man.
The businessman said you can stripping is a business.
Stripping is a business.
So when you see me in there, mind your business and sign the W-9.
So you think, on a serious note,
Do you think the strip club running they don't sign a 1099 form?
Oh.
I never thought
How
of
do they
it.
stay
I
in
don't
business?
know why I thought of that, but that's a good
You think all that money coming through there and they ain't tipping out at the end of the night?
open me a strip
I
club.
never thought of it. I knew something
Don't
happened.
you watch all the Queens Men?
No,
No, I ain't finished.
That's one show you need to watch.
I haven't.
But
watched
see, I
it.
do want to do the big girl version of that though.
Yeah, they got you tip out at the end of the night, baby.
I mean, I can ask now.
You
Would
gotta
you
pay
go to a big girl strip club? See
Big?
what they gonna
A BBW strip
yeah,
club.
BBW strip club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, mind y'all business. I said,
You might have some dudes in there that look like the little dude on road trip.
Listen, that's okay.
Remember one had the big cheetah draw?
Oh, y'all money. All I'm asking you to do, throw your money.
You might have a couple of them dudes in there.
It was fun. I just thought about that. That'd be nice.
Did you see Restitution?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Or the slapstick. You know how they do the slapstick? You see Showgirls, how she go. Yeah, you see Showgirls, she go from the bloop, bloop, bloop. You remember Showgirls? She stop and little things. She said, who gonna fix the stop? They gonna come out. If you see it, mind your business. My name ain't gonna be on it. Like he said, I'm gonna have a catchy name, but I'm gonna have a team. I'm gonna have a team. Okay.
Catchy name,
Larger than life.
but you gotta have a team.
It's gonna be called Boom Baby.
Great comment right there, Kay. A team is needed. And what? A team is needed, and she's gonna know what she's doing, y'all. That is her business. It's Plus Size Bridal. We've been with Plus Size Bridal most of the night. We've been with Craving Cakes. Craving Cakes. We put their pictures up on the screen most of the show. If you are interested in ordering a cake, all you got to do is look up Craving Cakes. That's K-R. I'm going to put it on the screen right now. That is K-R-A-V-I-N-G. AVING and CAKEZ. They make all kinds of cakes for the kids, all kinds of professionally made, delicious tasting cakes for the kids, for wedding receptions, for baby bridal, baby showers.
Showers.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we will be.
It's been a long time since he had one of them.
Just this week I've been looking at some stuff, and
plus size 3 bags.
you will be able to order online real soon. I'm putting up the website.
Okay.
I'm in the process of getting in touch with somebody because it's time for me to kind of take it to another level, I think. So you will be able to order online. So I kind of look at different businesses, and I'm gonna tell you one business that I saw, and it took for this business. Everybody know where Young Dolph got killed at, right?
Yeah.
Go and look at their website now. They have blown.
Of course.
And they are shipping all over the United States.
It was his
off of their website.
Wow.
Makia's Cookies.
And it all happened
after he was shot.
after his murder.
Yeah. A lot of local people knew it was down, but I mean, it kind of went naturally after that. I take things from pieces from here and pieces from there. And that's how you build everything. Tell the kids that get kicked off every night.
Sorry. Boy, look, they on my face talking about some, I want to do one too. I said, well, I'm sitting over here next to him, like, I got to think of the name. It got to be catchy. So outside, it's just going to say, whoa.
No, it ain't.
No, that's too long. That's too easy. It got to say, whoa, outside. But when you walk in and that person come out, that's all you going, whoa. You going to lean back in your seat, whoa. Tell me you stupid.
Andre,
See, that's little. You gotta find some big old noises. Yeah. Boom.
This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, y'all. This is the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour with star of the show, Mr. Kenneth Wayne Lattimore in the middle. He's owner of several different businesses, Lattimore Insurance, Craving Cakes, and
L&P Preservation.
L&P Preservations, y'all. We've talked about it briefly, all of his businesses. We've talked about Craving Cakes the most. We're going to touch on insurance. I'm going to put the number for his insurance. What kind of insurance do you sell, Mr. Lattimore?
One-stop shop. Any kind of insurance you can think of. I do commercial. Like I said, we're in the process this week of revamping up the we're going to be doing builder's risk. I see there's a need for it, and I'm exploring different things. So that's what we're looking into now. The builder's risk, like I said, it's going to be nationwide, all states, for commercial builders. Commercial people know what I'm talking about when I say builder's risk. Builder's risk is something you have to have when you're doing a build out, when you're adding on something to your house or something like that. So I do everything all the way down to Medicare. You disabled and you need to check into your Medicare. I mean, because I've ran into a lot of people that has Medicare that's eligible for Medicaid and they're paying. When it could be when you don't have to pay nothing out of your check. They taking $50, $200 out of your disability check for insurance.
Yeah, and that's
I mean, that's because you don't know. You just talk to somebody on the phone and they signed you up and you have no idea. So hey, one-stop shop.
Jennifer said, I need some insurance on my next relationship. If it don't work, I get paid pain and suffering.
They send you to prison for that.
Jen even told you in jail, girl. Now we gotta go to jail.
If you kill him, you go to jail.
She said, I'm just going to put my pain and suffering.
The number on the screen, Jennifer, the number to call for a serious conversation about insurance is 979-337-1482. Call Lattimore Insurance. I love the way he verbalizes it, but I'm going to try to verbalize it for him right now because I'm trying to mimic what he always says about insurance and the importance of insurance. Of course, there's more than one insurance, but the main one is life insurance to me because I get tired of seeing us, all of us, selling T-shirts and
Oh,
plates of food and putting up GoFundMe's on our pages when our loved ones die. Call Lattimore Insurance and get some insurance. Cover your people, cover your children, your mother, your father, your husband, your wife. Get some life insurance. Everybody wants to get car insurance. Get life insurance also, so your loved ones are covered and aren't running around like chickens with the necks cut off trying to bury you. No one wants to die. But hey, when
You're
it
gonna
comes
die.
If you out here playing with people, no, I'm stop.
979-337-1482. Call 979-337-1482 Lattimore Insurance and get some life insurance tonight, y'all. That's what I wanna make sure everybody gets that. Craving Cakes, I put the beautiful cakes up here all night long. If you need a cake for your upcoming events, no matter what kind of event it is, call Craving Cakes. That is KRAVINGKACAKEZ. Let me spell it again because I screwed up. That is KRAVINGCAKEZ on Facebook. Go and look at the beautiful cakes they have on there. And he is the owner of that business.
We making them graduation cakes. We making
I
them.
know it.
We making them graduation cakes.
If nothing needs help,
Our other guest right here is all about big, beautiful women.
Hey, Green Tubby coming. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he's
Tell me only
That
tonight.
stupid fool say the jiggly joint. I'm doing.
no, he said name y'all were on BBW strip club. He said name it club down. And then he came back and said name it the jiggly joint.
Jiggling joint.
I'm done. Don't nobody want to go. Who going to the jiggly joint? You know what? Wait a minute. No, I'm going to the JJ. I ain't gonna tell them I'm going to the jiggly joint. Oh, baby, I'll be back. I'm going to the JJ.
Where you going? I'm going down to the Piggly Wiggly.
We don't want the girls there stripping to feel piggish. We want them to feel delightful and fluffy like clouds.
No, they will squeal for you.
Oh, real fun today.
If you have trouble finding clothing that fits you, that is what this lady is here about. Even if she said it's about BBWs, yes, but it's also about the little skinny girl with a big butt, right?
You know, curvaceous in all her ways. Also extra smalls, those are plus as well. They're still plus smaller because zeros, actually a lot of zeros are just as hard to fit as it is for me. Okay. So we have access to zeros. We have access to the small clothes that are for grown women, because just because you can fit it don't mean it was made for you. You don't have to shop at Oshkosh for gosh. You don't need to buy a onesie. You can come and order the nice size zero in your size. I know that I get a lot of petite brides. Excuse me, I hate Irma so bad. I get a lot of petite brides. I get a lot of brides who need high lows or they short. Most of us that are fat, we short. Like me, I'm not really even fat. I was supposed to be taller, and I just kind of stopped. My fat just kind of stopped in the middle. If I was taller, it would be more elongated, you know. So I'm working with us short people. Why you looking like
Buddha?
I'm skinny with fat tendencies, and you know, I help other skinny women who are trapped in larger bodies. Yeah. I'm gonna throw him myself. Let me get the camera off of Malcolm. Just look over and say hello. And don't be trying to throw shade.
Thank you for coming tonight, Lady K. We got 10 minutes left in the show. I want to make sure, Kenneth Wayne, I know you didn't get through all of your talking points tonight, but just rehash what you talked about tonight about starting a business from the ground up. Let's rehash it right quick and kind of conclude it on a good note tonight. I know I'm sorry you couldn't finish it all, but
hey, like I say, this is
every week.
That's what we're gonna do every week. We're gonna teach and reach every week.
Okay.
I mean, first of all, do your research. Do your research before you start a business. Before you waste your money, do your research. Get your mind right. Gotta have your mind right. Don't think you can go into this and you can play with it, because it don't work like that.
No.
I mean, you got to put, and if you think that one thing we didn't touch on, but we'll touch on it next week. If you think it's a 9 to 5, you sadly mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
If you think starting a business, you can go to work and you your own boss and you can do whatever you want to do, and I can, man, when I get ready to take off, I can take off. If that's what you think, you'll be back punching the clock for somebody. And I tell you what, when you don't gotta punch a clock, boy, it really feels good. When you ain't gotta punch a clock. But one mistake can have you back, walking in and walking out with everybody else. I mean, so you know, you got to be ready for what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You gotta have your name. You gotta have your name the way it pops. You got to, you know, and like I told you, everybody's business ain't got to be your name. It don't have to be your name. Think of something that's not your name. It's more professional. I mean, so you know.
Chad. Go ahead.
So, you know, and I mean, if you're somebody that's financial literate, not your cousin Jimmy from down the road or little JJ, get you somebody that's going to prepare you and have your paperwork right and lead you in the right direction. That's going to help you get that LLC. That's going, you know, that's going to make sure that everything is right. Gonna make sure you ain't taking all that money wilding out in the club at night that you'd have made I made $2,000 a day. And then tomorrow you right back there hustling, trying to make that same 2,000 because that 2,000 you made today you left in the big girl strip club, the plus size.
You know you was up there at the jigger joint. Tell me we own it.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, so that's what it's all about. And do something, but when you do it, make sure you're passionate.
Yeah.
About what you're doing. Don't just do it for the money. Because if you do it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong thing. You know, a lot of people make money and they're unhappy. So why make money and be unhappy when you can make money and be happy because you're passionate about what you're doing? And when you're passionate about what you're doing, the money doubles. The money doubles. I mean, because you're passionate about what you're doing and you know what you're doing and you attract others by you knowing what you're doing, about being passionate about what you're doing, because people can see that. You think that people can't see that, but they can see that. Have you ever walked in there and a girl at McDonald's, I'm keep using McDonald's. Hey, how you doing?
Ooh, oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I hate that. Ooh.
Hate their job, don't want to be there, don't want to help you, don't want to be nice. Yeah, they're not passionate at all. No, sir.
They can't work at Chick-fil-A.
And you can walk in there, Jill. Hey, sir, how you doing today? Oh, Jill, I'm fine. How are you? What was you like? This, you know, this is really good over here. That, you know, so, I mean, you just gotta be passionate about what you do, and you have to think about doing something that has longevity, not fly by nights. Longevity. That's what, you know, and I'm gonna end it on this note right here. And I say about passionate about what you do is I was a real big, well, I'm still am. I'm a real big Will Smith person. And Will say you take two people, and I'm not being culturally biased by this, but this is what he said. He said you take a black guy, you take a white guy. And they interview at the same time. And they get a job at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you start out at McDonald's, you start out on the grill. This one person is going to be passionate about what they do.
Yes, sir.
This other person going to find ways to get out of doing work.
Yes, sir.
So next time you know that one person still on the grill and the other person has graduated to the fry.
Mm-hmm.
He's still on the grill. Then the next thing you know, he back down the nuggets. But this other person still on the grill. Every time it ain't no orders, he back there drinking soda water, messing with the girl on the fries or the girls in the front. Next thing you know, this guy got his white shirt in the front. Welcome to McDonald's, man. Help you, please. The other dude back there.
Right. Yes, sir.
That's real.
So
That goes like that in every business.
yeah. So then you realize that one got that white shirt and he's a crew leader. And he telling you what time to come to work and what time you can get off and what time you can make a break. And guess what you say? Man, you can't tell me nothing. You started when I started.
Yep.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, hey, you can't tell me nothing because you started where I started. But where you at?
At the bottom. At the bottom.
I want everybody to remember this. If you master your craft, you can never be denied.
Never.
Never be denied.
That's right.
If you master your craft. I mean, if you're going to be, and this is what he said, I'm going to end it on this. If you're going to mop the floors, be the best floor mop it is.
Period.
Master your craft. Make sure you change your water. You got clean water when you mop them floors. You know what I'm saying? Because if they walk in there and they say, hey, Ken, we don't need you no more. Well, I can walk in this other job and I can tell them everything about the floor. You know, like Snoop Dogg said, I can tell you about some grass. I got Alabama creeping grass. You know what I'm saying? Just master anything you're going to do, just master it.
Yes, sir.
Don't do it.
Tubby the Kid is trying to help you here. He said also, supply and demand, make sure you have a product that's marketable, something that's not over accessible in the game.
That's right. And that's where I come back. I pick on them hair sellers. I pick on them. Everybody want to sell hair. How you going to sell hair when you're not out there marketing your hair? You think people just going to come get your hair?
No.
If you're going to be successful selling hair, you better be out there in the club.
You gotta get.
You better have some. You better have some people that's going to market your brand.
That's right.
You ain't got no people going to market your brand, you in trouble. Who can you say wearing your hair?
I be trying to tell folks.
Felicia from the corner store ain't gonna get you no sales.
No, that's why I said you take money to make it. You need people in your stuff. People like, hey, where you sell that dress for $75? Because when somebody asks her where she got it from, she's not gonna mention the price. She's gonna mention where she got it from.
Exactly.
And no, it's not gonna be $75 when they get back. It's $125 maybe this week. It's $150. But you gotta wheel and deal so that you can get these people in your dresses so they can be like, yo, when I went to plus size, bro, I got a great experience. I came back. She took care of me.
And that's something a lot of small business owners don't understand. Sometimes you have to give. Yes. You have to give to win. You have to give it away.
Marketing is free if you figure it out.
You can figure it out. I walk around in my stuff all the time.
Marketing is free.
Period. Where you get from plus size, bro? Where you about that plus size, bro? Where you get from plus size?
Who on plus size, bro? No. Sometimes I don't even tell you. Just come in. Oh, girl, that was you.
That's real.
Yes.
That's real. Just shocking. How are you? Yes, me.
Yes, indeed. Quality over quantity. That is what Tubby the Kid said. Tubby the Kid, thank you for tuning in tonight to the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour, man. You were an engine for us tonight and kept us pushing, kept us with some good, lively comments, some funny comments. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Y'all tune in to Real Talk 100 Radio Thursday night from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Tubby the Kid has his own show. He's a local R&B singer from Huntsville, Texas, excuse me. He currently resides in Conroe, Texas. R&B singer, great voice. Tubby the Kid, y'all follow him on Instagram and Facebook. You also listen to his show or watch his show just like you're watching tonight. Every Thursday night from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight, you can either go to the link in our bio on Real Talk 100 Radio, or you can watch our Facebook Live or our YouTube Live and watch us just like you're watching right now. But we're coming down to a close tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. As you see at the bottom, small business owners, let's empower, uplift, and encourage each other every Monday night on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. If you're a small business owner and you want to be sitting where Lady K is tonight and highlighting and creating awareness about your small business, all you got to do is text POWER to 936-333-1969. That's right. Text POWER to 936-333-1969. And in closing, That was all you had to say tonight, right?
That's it. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week
I see y'all at the Jiggly joint.
at the Jiggly Joint. We're gonna see y'all at the Jiggly Joint.
For the
Y'all-
mud wrestling match.
Bro, hey, hey, we better do it, man. Hey, Toby, let's get rich.
He said he's at work bored, had to come in and show love, peace, and blessings, my people. Yes, sir. Tubby. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he's laughing at Lady Kate. Y'all rewind the tape for us. And if you're watching the replay tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, just put hashtag replay in the comments for me and comment. I find it interesting to look back on the old shows and see that people are still commenting. I love communicating with old shows, old comments, because that is interaction, and that's what we want y'all to do on our Power Hour, on our network. Whenever we go live, we want y'all here liking, commenting, sharing, following our guests. Why? Because like the comment says on the bottom, like the ticker tape says on the bottom, we're all about small businesses. We're all about small business owners. We're all about empowering small business owners, uplifting and encouraging them. That's all we got tonight on the Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. And I'm going to give our listening audience and our panel some applause tonight.
Wait till you gonna have airplanes and then next time we gonna be in here. Look, I'm gonna come in here and say the Jiggly joint. He gonna be going.
That's right.
Well, he gonna have everything on there in the video watch.
Somebody said, don't be surprised when you start seeing the Jiggly Joint popping up all over the nation.
We finna do it, bro. We finna do it. I'm changing the game, bro. The Jiggly joint.
We're out of here, y'all. We're out of here. Y'all, this is Lady K. Y'all give her a follow. She's the owner of Plus Size Bridal. You need something that fits your body. It doesn't fit in all the stores, and you're big and beautiful, and you're skinny with a big voluptuous something back there, and all clothes don't fit you. This is the lady to call. Plus Size Bridal on Instagram and Facebook. We've been with her most of the night, and we've been with Kenneth Wayne. He owns several businesses. Y'all rewind the tape. Get you a beautifully made cake, beautifully made, professional made cake by Craving Cakes. Get you life insurance, car insurance, health insurance with his insurance company, Lattimore Insurance. Rewind the tape. His number has been on the screen all night. Last but not least, we have Plus Size Bridal. That was our guest tonight. Keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio the rest of the night, y'all. We got something for the old heads and something for the new heads. We've got Southern Soul, a whole bunch of it playing, and we've got underground music artists playing. You might hear your brother, your sister, your homeboy, your co-worker, somebody jamming live on Real Talk 100 Radio. Good night, everybody, from Real Talk 100 Radio Power Hour. Good night.